me out of shed that I turned into a studio.
Right.
I'm an everyday cat. I'm not trying to like. I ain't like fronting for cats. Like I'm just I'm living an everyday life.
Right.
And so if I could know people in Arizona per se, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, yo, son, I'm gonna be in Arizona. I'm staying with my people, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Jack will hold me down for a couple of days because he's my man on the internet. He's better with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's not a fan. He's fan.
Right.
There's a difference. I don't have fans.
Absolutely.
Right.
I got fans, like people that really have been with me since 1991.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like these people know me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the vibes is different like that. So, to artists that's out there that's listening to my voice and they hear what I'm saying, take a little tip from an older head, man. Like, don't get caught up in flexing on everybody thing. Like that's peace. And sometimes you gotta do that for image if that's your style. Like your style is you the rich dude. Like, I bet to you. You just gotta be able to carry that.
Right.
But if you just a hard-working artist, it's like, yo, so I'm trying to be a working artist.
Right.
Develop your relationships with your fan base.
Right.
Have a respectful, positive relationship with potential interviewers and magazine, like all the bloggers. Like, yo, you should be building with these people and creating, DNA clips, son, so that when they make a move, you on their mind. Like, hey, let me get him a show you couldn't do it. Let me rock with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's how I end up on this show. You know what I mean? Because
Right, definitely.
I don't have a publicist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I got a publicist that was politicking this for me. It's like, yo, we Facebook friends. You know how I give it up. You know what I'm saying? And that. And yo, when you had an opportunity, you were like, my son, come on and do this thing.
Yeah.
Yes. What a
Definitely.
good look. And we appreciate that.
Right.
That's a dope move. But that's why I always say that too. Like, there's the internet, but there's also, let's not forget about the outer net.
Right.
Like, you gotta touch people on the outer net, stay connected. You know what I mean?
That's exactly it.
That's dope.
That's beautiful. We're in the building right now. Cool Kim,
if you're just joining us,
AKA NY Oil Man. This is there's so many things, there's so many conversations we could, I'm trying to decide which one. Like am I
speaking of the internet, I do have a question.
Go ahead.
I did
You jump
see
in.
something that really caught my eye on your page as I was doing my little research. I saw some mac and cheese.
Yeah, I seen you.
You saw mac and cheese.
Oh, you saw me moving on your page?
Yeah. I was going to ask you. I knew what questions might come up. I was like, okay.
Mac and
I see what you watching.
You cook.
Mac and cheese.
Are you the Iron Chef of hip hop? Like, what is this?
Yes, I am the one true Iron Chef of hip hop. I am the one true Iron Chef of hip hop.
This is beautiful.
Don't let anybody tell you different. Now Hakeem Green from Channel Live may try to front like he's the Iron Chef of hip hop. This is a lie.
No, that's
this is a fallacy.
Yeah. East Orange stand up. Jersey in the house.
Let me just say, listen. All right, so about 8 years ago, this is how long ago this was. Right. 8 years ago, I put together this event called the Iron Chef of Hip Hop. Now we're around challenging all the artists, like, yo, what's up? You want this smoke?
What's this smoke? What's this smoke? Turkey legs. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Roll up. And so, make a long story short, Hakeem came down, few other people. Vibe Intelligent was supposed to be in
right? Okay. Poor Righteous, right.
I went and made films of them, like I did this like, because I was like the antagonist to everybody, right?
Yeah, right.
I went and did this video. I did this video where I was making fun of his video, Shaquilla, where he had these like high water yellow pants. Like he's supposed to be dressing like he's in the house music and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I made this hilarious video of him. Yo, son got so mad at me, he hasn't talked to me ever since, yo.
So that's good.
So we did a dope story together and everything, son. He did never put that shit out because he got so mad at me. I knocked up that man's shit, yo.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Man.
Oh my God.
You're like, no, that's Kim. Don't answer that.
Did Hop cook, or did he just come to support the event? Did he cook?
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you, Kim. Hold on. I know that's your boy. I gotta talk to you.
It's coming.
Let me tell you something. He came in with two lady friends. Okay? Listen to the words. He came in with two lady friends. Alright? He came in with 3 dishes. I was like, yo, I'm trying to settle a score right now.
Right.
He didn't cook one of those bitches.
Right.
What?
He did not cook any of that food.
He didn't?
And try to play himself in the Iron Chef.
Oh.
No, is that
He cooked nothing.
oh no.
Yikes.
Nada.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Nine.
Better.
Yes.
Right.
He
None.
getting the munchies. I thought he would be able to cook. You know what I'm saying? Hakeem.
Yeah, you would
All he
think
does
that.
is
You know,
spark
you
Addis.
think that.
All he does is spark Addis, and we don't have time to cook.
That's it. That's it.
Now I seen Hakeem the other day in Atlanta, y'all. Well, I seen him the other day in Atlanta, and you know, I indulge, you know, recreationally. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, I forget that right now in the world, you know, in the world now, is that, you know, it be that hot potency, you know, because it's so legal so many places now.
Right.
We have
But now
medical
Kansas
here.
got a whole nother medicinal shit is on another level.
Yes.
Right.
Man, yo, this dude passed me an L,
Right.
and I was like, 1, 2.
Let's call him Hawk. Let's call him Hawk.
You know, talked about 56 minutes.
56 minutes.
And now I'm going to talk non-stop. I mean, you think I'm talking a lot right now.
Right.
I'm talking one long-ass run-on sentence for a good 33 minutes, yo.
Yes.
Hawk probably had a lot more. Hawk probably had a lot more practice than everybody else.
Oh, that's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? So,
well, clearly, because I was not ready, so I was not ready.
That new stuff, these new strains is something else.
That's so crazy.
That's true.
That is
Yeah, I don't know any parts of that shit. I'm fucking with the Reds, yo. You can hear about the Reds.
No, please
I want the Reds,
stop.
kid. I want the Reds shit. I want the regulars, yo.
No, he's no.
Give me the extra medium, son. I don't need none of
He's
that.
smoking reefer.
Don't give me nothing that's multicolored and technicolored.
Pretty
You know
color.
what I mean? Yellow and blue and green.
no.
Fancy name.
You might just give me, one of them psychedelic mushrooms, because that shit will take you to the moon, son.
That's
I don't want no pot.
That's
Like, shit will Snoop Dogg and you fuck up your own sinuses with that shit, man.
Give me some regular shit.
That is crazy. That
We the
is so
Reds,
funny.
man.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. I love it.
Right, that's like the $5 pizza at Little Caesars. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's crazy, man. That's wild. Woo.
Yeah, give me that, yo. I don't even want to give me no Sabalos. Don't give me
You just want the basic with sauce and bread.
I don't want the little Italy shit. Don't bring me to the. Bring me to the simple shit. Give me the shit with the day around the corner. Yeah, the one the dude that don't. Sometimes you don't got weed. You call like, "What's up? How do you not weed? You a weed it?" Yeah, well, you know, I want that weed.
That regular
Right.
stuff. All right.
Yeah,
Dang, we
that
don't
stuff.
convert you though. You gotta
Be specific.
Yeah.
You need to be
And
specific.
hold up. You know what? This is what I want. I want Sheba. All right.
Okay.
I want the whole shit.
I was like reefer.
Give me a bag of Sheba.
A joint of reefer.
Trying to keep the quality. Keep it light.
All right, with an S at the end.
Yeah, reefers.
It's so funny.
You are old school.
Do you remember how good pop used to smell? Pop
Yes.
used to smell amazing. You remember that the teenagers used to go around the back of the building and they started smoking pipe? Like, somebody smoking pot. I said, you have a, this used to stink so wonderful.
It was skunky and amazing. Well, it's definitely now. It's pretty dank. I feel like even now, some of
That shit now smell like a doctor, but you be like,
it's so
you know,
loud.
just refining plastic or something.
It's so loud.
That'd be loud as fuck.
It's funny.
I love it.
It'd be loud,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fan.
You got to do it like somewhere around nobody. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yes,
That's
for
so
sure.
funny.
Man, but that's cool. I love that.
And then you gotta quarantine yourself for 15 minutes so that shit will get off your skin.
That's true. It does because you walk around smelling like it, and
Right.
all you did was be in a place smoking it.
Right.
That's crazy. But no,
Mhm.
I think that is a dope move. I love
Right.
that Iron Chef idea. I think it should do more of those
That's fresh.
events. I definitely want to drop by too. That sounds like fun.
That's fresh. I got
I'm definitely gonna. It was really like, it's on YouTube. If you put in Iron Chef and Hip Hop on YouTube, y'all,
Check it out.
All right. If
you'll
the,
see it.
if the food
And
if the
what
food
you see,
if the food is good, we coming over. I'm just telling you. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
sample
we
it
getting
all.
we getting a trip to Staten and we coming over. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do
I mean,
it.
but you can go to Staten if you want. I want to be there. I live in Augusta now, so.
Oh, so
okay.
okay.
That's closer.
That's closer.
Yeah, to the city.
That's
I
definitely
know it's closer. That's why I'm gonna make a road trip.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is like I plan on doing, for all the listeners, everything. I do plan on relaunching Iron Chef. In fact, me and Hakeem was talking about it when I was filming in Atlanta.
right.
And so we definitely talking about it. Everything is logistics. I owned the bar here in Augusta for a couple of years.
Right.
It was bucket list thing that I wanted to do, so I did it. And it was dope, and I really learned a lot about what business really is.
Yeah.
It's why you hear me say, like, I don't say I'm in the music industry now, I'm in the entertainment business.
Right.
Because I really understand the difference between the industry and the business now.
Right.
And so, and the difference is that when you're in the music industry, you can talk about a bunch of ideas and concepts, you dig?
Right.
But when you're in business, you talk logistics. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are right now in the entertainment business.
Right.
And it's evidence because at some point in the show, somebody must have sent the WAV file or whatever file type was sent. And I was like, yo, I can't play this. You know what I'm saying? Because you sent me the wrong file, I can't throw it on. And then Kim was like, yo, we gotta keep it pumping. Like, yo, I can't.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving along.
You was inside. There's a logistics and there's a process.
Right.
You understand? There's a rollout.
Right.
And, when you start thinking in those terms, and this is again for younger artists, because, I can tell that this show is not only frequented by, cats that start the old school and them, but
right.
I can tell that younger heads listen to the selection of music.
Yeah.
Y'all younger heads, man, like, do the knowledge of what I'm saying because it's right knowledge what I'm telling y'all. In between the jokes and the laughter, it's, you gotta really think in terms of business.
Right.
Right. And not the get money business, in the ethic of business, in the considerate, being considerate in business, the politeness of business, the respectfulness of business, the consistency of business. Like, if we don't understand what I mean by those words, look the words up so you can really science the context of what I'm saying, because those are more important than fronting about money.
Right.
Because you broke right now. We all broke. You feel me? Like, ain't no point in fronting. That's why you trying to get in this business, because you ain't got no bread. You trying to get that bread.
Right.
But if you were getting bread, you wouldn't be wasting your money. You would not waste your money spending it on trying to be in the music business. You understand?
Right.
Because you would know that it's not no money for you like that if you would be getting money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to secure a bag. You don't want to risk it.
Right.
So if you're trying to get money, concentrate your effort on understanding business. And again, it doesn't have to be from an academic perspective, but at least understand what business really is. So when you engage people, you can engage them from that perspective, and you can be prepared, ready, ready to do your thing. I mean, even in simple as, yo, I'm supposed to call in for a radio show at X amount of time.
Right.
I'm ready.
Yes, be
right.
prepared.
And I'm
that hits
telling you,
home actually for us.
Right. I'm telling you that part stumps people. Like Kim, like I'm gonna say it. That part, like I'm talking to the legendary Cool Kim right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it out loud. That part stumps people. Sometimes it's like, yo, you're getting radio airplay. It's Radio Super. We all over the world. That part stumps people that they need to call in at the certain time or get their stuff on the air. Yo, it stumps people.
Right.
We on 20-something stations, you know what I'm saying? So we air here and air syndicate on 20 other stations.
Right.
It still stumps people that they need to show up for an interview.
On time.
It still stumps people.
Yes,
and that part I really don't even understand, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is stuff that don't really happen in real life no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just don't happen in real life. Not unless you really put in a whole bunch of work or had a whole series of good relationships. But that part still stumps me. So I'm glad you said that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you said that. Of course, everybody else.
You gotta. It just don't happen. You gotta. Hold on. We gotta do this right.
Yeah.
You gotta say the part where it stumps people again. Ready?
Yeah.
Go and say it stunts people for me some more. Hold on. I'll be ready right now. Hold on. Let me get it right.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, ready, go.
It stumps people when they not showing up for their radio interviews, for their studio time that they booked. It stumps people when they not sending their stuff in correctly, when they not taking advantage of these opportunities.
Yes.
It stumps me that people are still doing this, and these opportunities are laid out in front of them, and they want to be successful. That part stumps me.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
You hear me play
I got you.
the explosions in the background?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard the bombs in the background.
Dropping bombs.
I heard that, right. You know what I'm saying?
Drop bombs on that, like,
bombs.
Right.
I must not have no bombs there.
Yeah.
I always feel like there was some bombs should have been dropping when you were saying that.
Right.
I don't know.
Significant.
Let me be a team player here.
For real. He's part of the team.
He's helping us out.
He's part of the team. Bring him on the show. Yo, we in the building with Cool Kim, UMCs,
Special
the legendary
effects.
UMCs right now. Yo, check this out, Kim. This is what we do. Every time we get somebody on the show, it's going to play. You know what's playing. You can imagine what's playing. We got this segment we call the scenario. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I got the Busta Rhymes sample playing right now. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what's going on. So check this out, Kim. This is your scenario. You know what I mean? Everything is cracking. You know, you got the new music out. You got the new single to Get Down. We're going to play that in a little while. You know what I mean? Everybody done heard the UMC's flashback from you know what I'm saying, that you guys put out a couple of months ago and everything like that. You know, so everybody knows what's popping. You know what I'm saying? The bookings is up. The phone is ringing off the hook. They're calling you. They're like, yo, we need you overseas. You like, that's cool. You know what I mean? There's going to be a big event. Everybody in the industry is going to be there. You get your flight booked. You fly over there. You pack your bags. You good. You get over there. You at the event. You do the show. Everything is popping. It's a beautiful event. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ready to throw some cheese at you and book you in 100 other places. You know what I'm saying? You getting back on the plane to go back. Everything is good. You got half the industry on the plane with you. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is full. It's a beautiful situation. It feels like Soul Plane. You know what I'm saying? So you in the air and everything is cracking, but you know, you guys happen to run into a little bit of turbulence and stuff like that. But I don't want you to worry, because you happen to be seated right next to the exit door, and there happen to be 5 parachutes next to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that you probably got a parachute for yourself, and you got like 5 more parachutes that you can give to other people on this plane, because I don't know if this plane is going to make it. And I don't know who on the industry is going to live, and I don't know who's not going to live. Okay. So you got 5 parachutes to save 5 people in the music industry. Your friends and your family is safe. So who are you giving these 5 parachutes to?
Oh, okay, that was a good scenario.
I don't know how this is going.
Like specific people, because in this scenario we don't have. There's no real specific people that are there.
We're saying real specific people. Specific people in the industry.
So if I was on a plane, and let's say these specific people that I'm going to mention were at this event, just so I'm clear, I want to answer the question.
Yeah, they were at the event. So, like, let's say, just for example, you know what I'm saying? You wanted to, let's say, you said, hey, I want to save Iggy Azalea, which you are welcome to use as your first choice. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't, but
so you would say, I want to save Iggy Azalea, so I'll give her one of the parachutes. You know what I'm saying? He might want to give one to Khloe Kardashian.
No,
she could. I'm just making suggestions. You know what I'm saying?
Your suggestions.
So nobody seems to like my suggestions.
For example,
I'm saving all everybody. If there's 5 people that have appeared on Pornhub, I'm definitely saving those 5.
Okay. Okay. Yo, that's my dude right there.
That's brilliant.
That is my dude right there. Let's get specific. I don't want you to get slashed or get in a fight tonight, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm having trouble thinking of names right now. I'm having trouble thinking of names.
Oh, well, shoot. They got some hot people right now. Here's the thing, though. I'm going to answer that question for real, but here's the thing. Let me just say something about Pornhub, bro.
Yeah, right.
So, I was checking it out earlier today, right? I was watching it earlier today. You know what I'm saying? Because
talking about
Pornhub.
Okay, just check.
Yeah, I actually use porn. Like sometimes I watch porn and start writing. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, it sets me up. It's weird like that. It don't like it been that way. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
So it's a bugged out thing. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's
what you think about. Look at this man.
I was speechless on that.
This is
so dope. I mean, we've even asked people like, how do you get in the zone?
That video that you see.
Yo, this is
how do you get in the zone to write? We've never. I don't think we've had one say Pornhub. You know what I'm saying? Like that's amazing.
Yeah, think about it. I mean, think about all of the rap videos you've seen over the years.
Right.
They basically show porn.
No,
they basically show porn.
That part, no, he's definitely right.
I do get that.
He's
I can see the correlation.
You know what? I'm like bugging because because I remember I remember the UMC projects. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I had the cassette.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? I had the cassette.
Right.
Yo, I had the Unleashed CD. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all was jumping in the air in the front. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember these projects.
I'm looking at the poster right now in front of me.
Right. Okay. So I'm trying to think. Like I'm going through the lyrics on the songs in my head. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying like, wait a second. I'm trying to connect it to Christina Rose naked. That's what I'm trying to do right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. I'm on the block. You on the block. You get. You know. I'm trying to connect it. You know what I'm saying?
Check it out. Let me break it down. I know Kim will understand. Let's see. If what I say makes sense to Kim, and I know I'm not tripping.
Okay. Cool. All right.
So. All right, so one, I'm a natural man. So that we get, we gotta be out of reality. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a natural man. So I'm not going it is what it is. And I don't even feel no way about saying I like porn for the mere fact that women buy more dildos than anything else in the world. So women got sex toys, but women have actual parties where they go to with their other girlfriends and actually purchase sex toys. And that's so cool. Can you imagine TJ? We be like, oh, son, come to the house. I'm selling some sleeves. What?
This is beautiful.
All right, so
I dated a girl that went to a sex party and came back with new skills. So I agree with you. I agree with you. All right, go ahead.
I need to learn something.
Yeah, she was nice. She came back.
And women at strip clubs, right? Women at strip clubs is way more savage than dudes are.
Oh yeah.
Women at strip clubs absolutely not. I threw like a locked door for the ladies at my bar.
Right.
You know, I had my wife owned the boutique next door. Like we had husband and wife businesses, so I owned the bar literally next door. I was on the corner, literally next door. She had the boutique, and then we just whole upstairs that we had the old building.
Right.
And so we threw a little lock door. We got, matter of fact, that dude, what's his name? Ridiculous.
Okay.
Ridiculous. The middle of the name show he played.
Okay.
The dude who was on one of these reality shows.
Yeah.
He could actually, he could actually give himself head.
Whoa.
Shit. Whoa. Yeah. And put him and a couple other cats for these ladies.
Whoa.
Yo, these women were straight animals. So like I was like, wow. So like y'all women women, oh my God, the line that women got food by is ridiculous.
Right.
But, be that as it may, let me get to the point of what I'm saying.
Right.
The reason why porn inspires me is because, for years, you're looking at these beautiful women and you're like, yo, I want that. I want that experience. I want to do that.
Right.
And so, to me, to want to do that, the only way that I can think to do it within my reality is I got to be the dopest. I gotta be dope enough that type of woman is trying to check from me.
It makes
sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to write the inner shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that I can reach that height that I can have this absolutely unrealistic scenario happen to me. And let me say,
this is wild.
Now, those of you that know, now I'm gonna take you. You really ready to go crazy? Check this out.
Yeah.
So you know that I'm about oil. Right?
Right.
Yes.
Do you know what NYOR stands for?
No, I didn't.
New York's Original International Lover.
Okay, I didn't know that. I had no idea. I didn't know that.
So, this is the like, and the reason why I'm sharing this kind of stuff because there's people that like they probably clutching their pearls like, oh my God, what you talking about? Hold on, this thing's tripping. But it is that there's a humanity to things that make the things more interesting,
right,
than just making them one-dimensional or two-dimensional.
Right.
So
right.
if Emma Oil is only subdued, like if I was Emma Oil and just I'm black, y'all, then I become a parody of myself.
Right.
Because that's not 360 degrees.
Right.
You understand? It's not real. What's real is that fair. At the same token, for me to say in a song like Flashback, and I'm like, yo, I got a wife, 3 kids, I got a wife.
Right,
you got a bitch, you got a hoe, you got strike, I concur.
Right.
You are what you thought you were. These are things that I can say because I have.
That's real life.
I live in totality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't just live part of it. So I can relate to anybody's ending. In fact, when I was in Bar Oil, I'll tell you a little ill story. When I was in Bar Oil, man, it's a porn star whom I won't name. Right. Reached out to me because y'all should all get lynched and You're a Queen and those shows that I did as NY Oil were considerably more meaningful than anything I had done previously. You understand?
Okay.
And the impact that music was having on people and on me was very humbling. You feel me? Like,
right.
This why I didn't make a lot of music as NY Oil because I was like, yo, I'm not going to be running my head so much of shit that the spirit is not leading me to say.
Right.
Because that's disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in that. Like, I'm not doing that. I have integrity and I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I'm not Dr. Uno. I'm not, Sarah Suit and Shetty. I'm not a charlatan. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do what God delivered to me to do, the universe give me to do. I do that, and I feel the fuck back because that's what you're supposed to do when you ain't got nothing to say.
Right.
So, but the sister reached out to me and she was like, yo, this is what I am, this is what I do, but I don't want to, am I wrong for this? And I was like, nah, sis, you're not wrong for that.
Right.
Do what do what's within your spirit to do. Do what you got to do.
Right.
Just don't violate yourself. Like, don't do stuff that, being a sex worker, being a, adult entertainer, that's not, that's a job.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It's a job. It's a legal job.
Yeah.
So do your legal job. Just don't degrade yourself. Don't be on ghetto gadgets and something like that. Or,
right.
You have somebody with a sock sticker on your...
Yeah.
Like, you don't got to do all that. You got somebody stepping in your face.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Don't be pregnant. Don't get a pregnant jinx. Like, don't do that. Because that's not a cipher. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But enjoy yourself. Do your thing.
Still stuck.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is life, kid. Like, just think about it. Because somebody gonna go to work tomorrow. Like, it's crazy as what I'm saying sound, right?
Right. No, it's real
though.
This
is some real shit I'm gonna say right now.
Right.
This is some real shit I'm gonna say. Somebody listening to your show right now, if not one of y'all, is gonna wake up tomorrow and you're gonna go to a job where in that job you know good and fucking well you screw over your common man every day. You understand?
Right.
You're really fucking people every day. You understand? You're screwing them over financially through your opportunities. You put them in a high interest situation that they can never get out of. You put them in a situation where, like you put them in bad spaces where you treating them like shit because you can. You understand? Because they ain't got no other out what you got as an employee of this job.
Right.
You understand? So your morality, you're not in a position to be to have like this moral blah blah blah. Because you really ain't shit either. You understand what I'm saying? Because what you do for a living does not serve the common man. You understand? It feeds you off the common man. It feeds you off of people's ignorance.
Right.
It puts people in a place and space where they gotta feel insecure or less than in order to achieve what they do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, and that's stuff that I learned over the years after having done that so much so they'll get lynched because, I was talking real big and I'll be honest with you, the shit that I was saying, I would imagine that somebody else might have got killed for it. You understand?
Right.
But, there but for the grace of God and the fact that I truly believe because I was speaking in the spirit and I felt like the spirit was speaking through me.
Right.
Like I literally moved. Whenever I went someplace, it would be just me and my man E.
Right.
And we would go places, and I'm 5'7", so I mean, I'm stocky, so I can do it, but it's not. But still, you gotta be realistic. Like, how much ass you gonna kick? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Of course.
There's some tough guys in the world, kid. Like I know people that you would never see that this person is a killer, but he's a killer. You know what I mean? You would never get so. I don't. I don't play with that shit, right? So, thing is, I would go places and people would park like the Red Sea behind who I was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as years would pass, like when I would think about some of the people I put in that video, the original video.
Right.
And in the original video, I had people like, 50 Cent in there, this one and that one.
I didn't even know
that.
And,
in retrospect, when I looked at even the science of it, we gotta be mindful of the shit that we say to people because
definitely.
You don't leave people a space for redemption.
Right.
You understand? Like, people go, and then you don't really know what people are doing.
Right.
Like, this is this person's killing face. Like, no one knew that Prince was doing all the shit that Prince was doing until Van Jones spilled the beans after he passed away.
Yes. Right.
So all the time we was looking at Prince because we had them cut out pants and his ass hanging out, and we like, Prince, we was tripping off of that. We didn't know that this dude was a revolutionary.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, he definitely was.
So, it's real important to be mindful of the type of judgment that we have against people, the type of condemnations we have against people. You understand? And, we gotta be more like, we gotta chill, kid. Like, you gotta relax and really focus your criticisms and your thought processes inward so that you can, really self-liberate, like make yourself the best you that you can be, because that's really the goal. Like, son, I might not like what these other motherfuckers be doing, but that don't got nothing to do with me and my character. I gotta do what I'm supposed to do within these situations so that I can receive the best possible outcome for the things that I do. Now, how did I go from Pornhub to that? I do not know.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure I somehow never made that. I managed to come through that and sound intelligent, so I'm good.
Yeah. You win.
That's accurate. He's definitely winning. He's so well.
Yo, I need you to save 5 people from this plane, though. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to avoid
he's trying to avoid the scenario. He's trying to avoid the scenario. I need you to save 5 people from this plane, though. Who's getting saved?
5 people from the plane.
Yeah.
Who's getting saved? Damn, I don't really like people in the industry that much, to be honest with you. So
what about like your favorite rapper? You know what I'm saying? Like whoever it is, industry. Anybody in entertainment. It could be an actress. You know what I'm saying? It could be the president if you want.
All right. So basically, to me, this question is like, who's your friends in the industry? So I would, if Jerome was on the plane, I would save him because he's a nice guy. Like he's nice to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
he appreciates that.
I would definitely save him. I would save if let's say like I can't think of Byron Allen was on the plane.
Oh, Byron Allen, yes. Weather Channel.
I would save Byron Allen because I think he's doing very important work.
Yeah,
so I would save him.
Significant stuff. Very significant stuff.
He's fighting for our media rights.
I would say,
I said he's fighting for our media rights.
Fighting for the media rights,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, he really fighting for himself, and he managed to pull us into that bullshit.
Yeah.
And then it became, it's really, but still in all, where he's at, it's important. So now you gotta, it's like, you're there now because you done pulled it off, so now we gotta protect you, so it is what it is.
Right.
I would say, who does this kind of work? I would say Ross Intelligence, even though he's acting like a jerk.
Right.
Because he's mad that I made fun of him.
You made fun of him.
Because he does work with you.
Right.
He does actual real hands-on, nose to the grindstone.
Right.
He's in the trenches doing that work with young people and in his community, and I would never want to see somebody like that not be around.
Right. I think he's going to come around.
I mean,
he's
going to give him
another year or 2. He's going to come around.
Yeah, no. There's only even 8 years. There's only been like 8 years. That shit can change, bro.
He just needs a little more time. That's it. You just got to come around. All right. Okay, you got
one or two more. I would say people ain't gonna feel this one, but and it's funny because I'm not even no big fans either one. Well, I like Jay-Z, so I would say Jay-Z because I think that he's doing important work, and I think that he's doing important shit, man. So it's gotta be deserved, you know what I mean?
All right,
he's institution building.
Was that 5? Does he have a spot with Khloe Kardashian, or no? Left. He doesn't.
No, I don't think Khloe's gonna make it.
You don't think Khloe's gonna make it?
She may.
No, he's not making it Khloe. She can't get that.
Okay.
You know. Now here's the thing. In the entire time of this thing, right, I'm thinking to myself, you know, if this is like a trick question, I'm supposed to say that I would give y'all to a parachute.
No. I think I've only been saved like twice.
Maybe I should make them share the parachute.
I've been saved like twice, I think, 2 times. So don't worry about me. I lived a good life.
He has been saved.
So you gonna be alright?
I'll be alright.
Yes.
I think that, you know who else I think is doing really good work? It would be between well, I don't know if I hit 5 exactly, but I would say Nas and I don't even really care for Nas as an artist. But I think that he's doing really important work, and I think Akon is doing really important work. And you know,
right?
Yeah, Akon is doing some really important work in the homeland, and he's really showing a way like that. Yo, son, you should pay attention.
Yeah.
You may not reach that level, but there's a lot to learn from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I think that people in the business that are doing things that can inspire other people,
right,
and you know, maybe be the catalyst for the next whosoever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those are people that you should preserve.
More than just music.
Yo, that's big.
I like it.
That's big. Yo, I got a round of applause for my man, Cool Kim. Yo, this is big right here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is yo, Kim. This is beautiful. Yo, so check this out. You got to give any shout outs while I got you on the air?
Yeah, I do want to shout some people out. Let me start off by shouting out my wife. She just texted me to say she just wanted to say good night and she loves me. So I don't know if she's listening, but I love you too, Cheech.
Beautiful.
My best friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's my best buddy, man. Like, for real. And I want to say shout out my mother because she was, even at the age she is, you know what I'm saying, all these years, man, she still be supporting me like I'm 15 and shit, you know?
Right.
So I'm so thankful for her.
Yeah.
And of course, my children, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just got some fun, cool-ass kids that get on my fucking nerves, but I love them to death, man. They're mad fun, and we have a good time together. You know, they show me mad love. So definitely them. On another note, I would like to shout out my dude, let me shout out my man Hank Malone because I don't know if you're listening, but Hank Malone, the whole reason why I'm on check my Pornhub because we've been posting all these like sexy women on Facebook. I'm like, shit, I got a radio interview. I'm supposed to be like, I'm trying to get rapping right now.
Focus right now.
You got me in program mode, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, but so let me shout out Hank. But let me shout out my dude, Mr. Live, you know what I'm saying? That's a good brother, man, you know what I'm saying? They're very supportive. Let me shout out Brukowski. Brukowski is actually my partner, Haas G's younger brother. And he's the person that produced the entire demo music. You know what I mean? And it's just been so much fun working with him. And so I'm just real proud of him, man. He just grew up to be a great man, you know what I'm saying? And we just having so much fun doing these projects, and we just going to do some more music. So shout out to Boo. And my dude Mikey Sparks, because Mikey always just showed me love, you know what I'm saying? Like, he be telling me the DJs and some of my music too, man. I don't even know Mikey personally, but he just, again, it's what I'm talking about where they not fans, they fans.
Right.
You know, people invest themselves in you, and he's one of those people that invest himself in me, and my dude, my little brother Michael Hughes, I'm not physical, but you know, he still I got mad love for him. And I want to give a shout out to Octo because we just did a joint together. So that's what's up.
Okay.
And a shout out to Phantasm because before I called in, I was literally writing a song that I'm doing with Phantasm from the Cellar Dwellers.
Okay.
And,
big salute.
You know, shout out to everybody that's, really shout out to everybody that has supported me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And shout out to everybody that's that's been kind to me or nice to me.
Right.
And I know that's like kind of broad for me to say nice to me.
No, you
but
good.
You know, a lot of people in this world is assholes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people be on that dick shit.
Yeah, this
and
is
it's like,
yeah.
you know, and it's like, you know, and never for the grace of God go live because, you know, like I said, I don't talk tough guy shit because I know what tough guy shit really is.
Right.
So I know not to talk that shit, and a lot of people be, you know, work around carrying on, and it's like, yo, son, I'm not, you know, I don't respect what you're doing. Like, you're not a nice guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you're really a strong person, you could be a nice guy because you're strong. Like, you're not scared to be a good guy.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like, you don't gotta be like, you don't gotta front for nobody because it's like, well, shut up, chilling, son.
Yeah.
Because if something pop up, I know what I'm gonna do.
You already know what's
you know what I'm saying?
right.
But since nothing's popping up, there's no reason for me to be on that shit.
Right.
So shout out to all the brothers and sisters that, you know, just got good spirits and treat people well and have good intentions and try their best. Wherever you may be, I pray that this year and every year after that be the best years you ever see, right?
Right. Yo, that's big. Yo, that's real big. Yo, we in the building right now. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give a
jewels.
Right. I gotta give a big salute. Big salute to Kool Kim, UMC's, NY Oil. You know what I'm saying? Yo, thank you for taking time out your schedule to come over here and rock with us. You already know that we got you over here. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? Radio Super, we in the building.
And I appreciate it, man.
Anything new pops off, just let us know.
Send us that new music.
Yeah, shoot it over to us. And I'm sitting here with this new Get Down single, the Get Down. And I'm gonna drop that as we close the show. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, but I want to thank you again for taking time out to come rock with us. All right, Kim?
Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. Let me just say real quick, all of y'all that want to keep up with me, excuse me, definitely check for me on my website is Kool Kim UMC, so KOOLKIM UMC.com. And of course, I'm on Facebook. You know, it's Kool Kim, aka My Oil, and Instagram. It's Kool Kim, aka My Oil, or Kool Kim My Oil, some shit like that. You know, now I sound like that going Kennedy. I'm Kim now, you know what I'm saying? You
gave me.
I'll let you get like 500 new followers.
Right.
I gotta store all my shit out. But anyway.
That's funny.
Yo, just follow me on social media. Let me just say this one real quick part. I promise to make it short.
Throw it out.
So real fast. Here's the thing. Fam, all of y'all listening. Follow my shit, alright? And I'm gonna tell you why. And follow everybody else's shit.
Yeah.
So, like, no, there's not me exclusively.
Right.
And the reason being is this. Check this out. So, the motto has changed. You can support your favorite artist. You ain't got to buy their shit. You saying? If you just go to their page and like their fan page, not just like try to do their personal page, like their fan page. You know, that person, if they get 10,000 people on their fan page, their Facebook will monetize them, and then they can post their videos, and as long as they're getting over 30 seconds watch time, where they can start getting Facebook ads on their page, on their content.
Right.
That means that your favorite artist can have a living wage. Yo, if you got a favorite artist on YouTube, yo, all they need is over 1,000 people watching their shit.
Right.
I mean, subscribe to their channel and 4,000 watch hours. So that's like 400 people watching a 10-minute video.
Oh, yeah.
And cats got those things. You put your favorite artist in the position that they can monetize their content on YouTube. The same with Instagram, so on and so forth. So this doesn't put you in a position where you got to be coming out of pocket to support the 10 or 20 artists that you like all the time. Financially, you can support them just with your presence.
Your time.
All I have to say, yo, the new hip-hop, the new music dynamic is not about sitting back and letting somebody else do it for you. That's why you don't get music good on the radio no more, because you ain't in control of that. You know, the way to do it now is you get involved and you engage your artist. So, yo, fam, please take that opportunity to do that. I appreciate it if y'all do that for me.
Definitely.
But even if y'all don't give a fuck about the kid, because I don't talk too much about porn on this interview, do it for your favorite artist that you do like. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let them down. Because if a motherfucker make a song, listen, because if a motherfucker make a song that touches your spirit, you know, if a motherfucker make a song that got you through it, you're the least that they deserve. So, like, a song is forever in your heart, yo.
Yeah. Right.
It's a forever thing, yo. It's like a memory.
Right.
And think how many times you use the show in a fucking argument because you couldn't articulate your words. But you like, hey, that 50 Cent said, I ain't fucking with no bitch.
Yeah.
That's important shit.
That's significant.
You know what I mean? So don't let your favorite artist down. And finally, I just want to give y'all a shout out and let you know that I think this is a great show. I listened to the whole show.
Beautiful.
I love how y'all are doing it. Y'all doing a great job.
Beautiful.
Y'all got a listener in me. I will definitely be back to listen more. And thanks so much for having me. I truly appreciate it, man. It's a great time, yo. And it's way past my fucking bedtime.
Nah. You good, man. Yo, thank you very much. And thank you for everything I picked up. I'm going to probably go upstairs and get some inspiration to write. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Try my new techniques I learned from Cool Kim and just get some inspiration to write.
Subscribe to the premium. Subscribe to the Pornhub.
Right. There we go. No, this is big. Yo, Kim, it was beautiful. You already know what's up. We got you over here, man. I'm going to let you go. You know what I'm saying? And we got this single to close out the show in a minute. All right, man. Stay up.
Right on, bro. Thanks for having me, y'all. Peace.
Salute.
Thank you.
All right. Yo.